Wings of Fire here. Welcome to another Duos and Dark Holes match. Today, from the rebirth of the Garlic Farmers, we have none other than Scotsword, the world champion Scotsword. And playing Dracula today, we have Strider656 from Helm's Deep Dish. Which of them will get eaten, I wonder? The dish ish, in other words, the delicacy from Helm, or will it be the garlic that gets munched up today? So yeah, Scots are doing his signature setup, hunter setup. Yeah, Strider definitely has to play very carefully here. Because, defeating Scotsword, it's possible. It can be done. But it is no easy thing to do. Alright, let the week one supply train begin. Rufus, okay. Alright. Scotsword's personal favorite ally. Oh, and there's Harker. Bet you wish you searched for Scott with Rufus now. Definitely very amusing to see the first two cards be allies. So Scotsword is definitely considering whether or not to just search with Harker and be content. I mean, there's no guarantee that he will get a newspaper report, but then again, it is nonetheless likely that he'll get one by the time he eats it. Oh, evil presence. Nope. Hypnosis has the first draw. Wow. Yeah, hypnosis on the right hunter on the first day will definitely prove handy. Well, most likely prove to be handy, but with this Duos and Dark Holes format, I mean, as you likely know by now, as we are nearly finished with week 2, with the second round now, so you likely know the shenanigans with Dark Hole, but in case you don't, Dark Hole, we are playing this tournament with an enhanced Dark Hole rule. When you do Dark Hole, not only do you take 2 damage and draw 5 encounters, and have and then you draw the top event off the deck. If it's a Drac event, you take it into your hand. If it's a Hunter event, you discard it face down. Local rumors. Nope. So Strider and I have played a deal. Strider successfully won the New Blood Championship. When it was the tournament, when it was that, which New Blood, for those who don't know, was a tournament where entry was. Oh, no misdirect. That's interesting. There are some players that would be, but in any event, just go back to what I was saying. New Blood was a tournament where either just newcomers, as like New Blood, and people who had competed previously but not fared so well. Oh, Constanta punished for the no misdirect. So he's over in the east, which honestly is rather typical of Strider. So this would appear to be a hide at Varna, more likely than not. Okay, so now Scotsword knows where to go. He has two locations where that first encounter could be, which honestly, it is far more. It is definitely more likely that it is Varna than Bucharest. Dark Hall. Okay, so this is something that he could have played immediately. So that means that it's either Roadblock or Summon Storms. Unless there's another one with a play immediately or later prompt that I'm forgetting. Let me see. I do have that. Alright. Yep. Proper settings in order. Yeah, there are some settings I do only when I'm streaming. Just so you know. So, I kind of doubt that Strider will be placing Rumor Token. First of all, that is I'm guessing that that's a hide card to try to protect whatever he put at Varna. At least what I'm assuming is Varna. Although he seems to be thinking about it. Hmm. Yeah, since they already know where it is, or at least the moment they find any sort of like scouts or something, they can confirm which one it is. Uh, okay, yep, Seward's on his way. Yeah, Strider already said that he doesn't expect to win this, which uh, that's definitely not a good mentality for when you're competing in a tournament. But I mean, if you want to think that way, go ahead. I'm sure Scotsword will be delighted at the news that you do not have sufficient confidence in your own skills. Now that I think of it, mm, the that event could actually be something that you play at the end of the Dracula phase, because Dark Call just automatically ends Dracula's turn, like similar to how Feed does. So therefore, that could be something like Hidden Schemes, uh, Darkness Returns, uh, and so on. Yeah, something that. Yeah, so this could be Roadblock, Summon Storms, Hidden Schemes, Darkness Returns, because I think you can play that one immediately, or simply at the end of the Dracula phase. Is that the case? Not completely sure on that one. But Hidden Schemes, you play at the end of the Dracula phase. Uh, okay, no, hasn't gone to Sarajevo yet. Alright. Okay. So, Scotsword at least appears to have all the right ones for him to be moving Guldong by horse. I mean, it's possible that's not the case, but. You know, Dracula could now be in Bucharest going like Varna, Hyde, Sofia, Bucharest, and now he's going to Lair Constanta and go back into it, hence getting two encounter cards to protect himself. They know exactly where he is, but he would have, as I say, two encounters protecting him. Wonder if that's what he's up to. I mean, he could also be down here somewhere. Or he could have done that simply preparing to go up here and try to slip away through the northern part of this, of Austro-Hungary. Okay, well, he's not going back to Constanta right now. Roadblock. Not that big a surprise. Now, I would probably also place a third one here at the road to Sofia from Sarajevo. So, there could be a renewed vigor. Although okay. Okay, horses. Probably just gonna go to Sofia. Check out. Oh, hasn't been to Bucharest yet. That is intriguing. So, so unless he's been to Belgrade, that means that he's down here. Salonika, Valona, Athens, or something along those lines. Oh, so Mia does have a horse. Interesting. Okay, yeah, I suppose that's another way to do it. Simply scan here, and if he's in this area, then... Okay, so now he gets to mature whatever his first encounter is, which, due to the lack of rumor token... Well, then again, the lack of a rumor token may simply be because he got the newspaper sniped out where he started. Which begs the question, if it is a vampire without a rumor token, do you lair it instead? Because you've left, and then if you're at, let's say, okay, he is in Baltica, so that means that either he went to Belgrade, Klausenberg, Galatz after Sofia, and he didn't hide, or he is in the southern part. Oh, Emmanuel Hildesheim. Yikes. Okay. Oh, destroyed money trail. Destroyed money trail? Excellent weather. Those are the two most remarkable ones, but lucky find is also a pretty reasonable event. It's definitely a more mid-tier thing, but wow, he gets a fresh Dracula card. That could be like practically anything. I mean, it's not one of the play immediately cards, so. But yeah, money trail. The money trail snipe is big, but on the other hand, this excellent weather plus money trail snipe is big. So this means that means that he can, if he manages to get out of the east, he can go to England without too much fear of them like jumping on him too quickly, like until they are already basically since there's only one excellent weather left, he can't just excellent weather across and then do a train ticket to wherever he is for whoever happens to be on the coast. Okay, hidden schemes, putting it. I'm getting a guess that that's him putting in a second vampire. To make it more likely that one or the other matures. Scotsword will definitely be probably a bit salty at the loss of money trail. No pun intended, considering the connection to the sea. Yeah, that. I mean, it makes it all the more critical that he makes sure to hold on to that hypnosis. Because if Dracula were to get, say, a vampiric influence, okay, that's what just matured, Scotsword. Oh, he was checking to see. Well, it wouldn't tell him whether he hit or not, so that was just a wasted move. Where else could that have matured from when he started Act on Santa? So it's rare to see Scotsword make a mistake like that, but I think we just have. Okay, a reckless vampire. Considering the rumor token, will Scotsword just let this go? Have we had any interesting item discards? No, not really. Okay. Yeah, that money. Yeah, the biggest thing there was the money trail. The excellent weather is also an owie for the hunters. The other three were like okay-ish, but really it's no big deal that they're gone. However, both excellent weather and money trail can easily be game changing. Okay, Scotsword managed to read that Strider was going to do plotting. So, Mina is already mesmerized, so a knife won't finish it off. So therefore, I would now dodge, actually, because he's almost certainly gonna... Oh, Fang? Okay. In that case, well... Good on Scotsword to get that, I suppose. So this time I would dodge, either that or knife. Claws. Okay, dodge, yep. I am, of course, assuming that Mina has a knife, but for any of you who have played in the community for any amount of time, you'll know that Mina almost practically always has a knife. Okay, in the end, the vampire gets an ambush point. Yeah, considering... the one thing that Scotswell will definitely want to consider... Oh, describe 4 Drac events. Well, okay, that helps him chew through how many there are. But that's not exactly the ideal mystic research. The fact that he wolf formed and that he did not go to Bucharest, seems to say that he went to Salonika, Valona, and now is wolf forming to try to get up this corridor before Seward can block him off. I mean, I think my guess is that he's in Munich right now. Oh. he who always leaves early wants to join in PC3. Evil presence, not a oh, so he's not in Munich right now. That was a well-timed evil presence, actually. So that was definitely a good evil presence. Okay. Okay. So, so I'm assuming that Sword will just fetch a ticket. Okay, not searching with a stake. Interesting. So we know that the pre-wolf form spot is in Baltica. I'm guessing. I'm actually thinking that maybe go down to Valona, Athens, wolf form Thessalonica, and now hide. Yep, slow horse roll means that he has to come get ambushed by this reckless vampire. Fangs. Okay, dodge. Good. So that seems to say that the reckless vampire did not have a mesmerize. Because typically reckless would start with a mesmerize. Okay. Alright. Plotting. Dodge. Oh. Uh-oh. Unfortunately, this vampire has already spent a Fang card, so therefore the vampire will only get 1 point maximum. And the question is, if you're Scotsword, do you play a knife, assuming that he'll fetch the second Fang? Okay. Yeah, I think if I had a knife, I would have revealed it to parry that and deal damage, and then do escape on round 5, and then dodge round 6, so that you take only 2 damage, and he doesn't get a point. So I think that could have been slightly better. It would have been a gamble, like see whether he had done claws or not. You realize, Strider, that doesn't really matter. strength. Okay, so it turned out that it did matter a little bit. But yeah, I suspect that Scotsword is just going to let this go, not bother dealing with it, have it so that, say, if you want the 4 points for maturing it, then you gotta wipe the double location. Local rumor. Oh, that would have been quite nice, and that would have been quite nice in Sofia. Scouts. Okay, there we go. That's better. Okay, so it was possibly Valona. The wolf farm seems to say that he went Valona, then that's definitely a very interesting move, Strider. Going, I suppose he did wolf form. I'm simply guessing that he went Valona first. I would simply have Gul'daming rest. Let him have his 4 points. At that point, he'll have no real trail. I mean, yeah, he can wolf form, but from Athens, that's not a big deal. But that's 0 trail for you to have to worry about. Fortunately, it does not make that such a big deal here. And it looks as if he's still... Okay. Okay, so he is layering the Reckless Vampire. So, now they have what I'm assuming is a double vamp under that rumor token to deal with. I mind you, if Dracula chooses to stay and do a Dark Hall, I mean, he could do that. But if he does, he is definitely risking getting jumped on by potentially even 3 hunters if Seward has a sense of emergency. Or for that matter, Char Carriage would also do it. Although, mind you, that would mean the Char Carriage would have to land him in Sophia, and then he would be ambushed by the Reckless and something else. Yep. Strider's considering it. He would be on 13 HP, about to go to C next. I would assume that he is on a fog to even consider it. Because 2v1 is actually not bad. Oh, he's going for it. Oh. What? Emmanuel Hildestein again? Whoa. Oh, that took out a renewed vigor? Gracious. Wow. Wow. Okay, yeah, so it was Valona first, hence why a wolf formed. So that turned out to be worth it because that destroyed a renewed vigor, and that's obviously the biggest thing. But one, two, that destroyed. Yeah, that destroyed. Did he get another drag event? Yes. This is definitely a rough situation. Okay, I wouldn't have bothered ambushing with that fog in Salonica. He didn't play renewed vigor, so he wasn't going to let him search by night. So small mistake by Strider. I mean, it looks as if he's going to pull a Pete's Wizard as looks as if Scotsword is going to pull a Pete's Wizard. Yeah. Lol. Oh, come on. Be grateful, Strider. Your first one sniped Money Trail and Excellent Weather, and now you sniped a Renewed Vigor, an Escape Route, and a Planned Ambush. All of which are at least pretty good. Renewed Vigor and Money Trail being top tier stuff. Goodness gracious. Double Emmanuel Hill team. Emmanuel Hill team off of a Dark Call, too. Okay, looks as if... I think the reason why Scotsword is letting this one go, it'll now make him be down 9 points, which is definitely not pleasant. But the thing is, what if this is a double vamp, and the card that Dracula is holding right there is Seduction? The fact that he's done a manual Hill team twice makes it increasingly more likely that that's the case. Because then Mia would die, giving him another 3 points, and then another 7, making him be 1 reckless vampire ambush point off of victory. That would be just absurd. Yeah, so he's just going to accept what damage he has to. Oh. Now, look, Drac doesn't actually have a location. Okay, but the game is not over. I mean, there are 2 renewed vigors, and well, as Strider complained, CG is still on the table, and the fact that it hasn't been discarded through this means that the hunters are more likely to have it and are more likely to draw it as well. Because now that's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 Drac events, and number 12 in hand. So only 13 of those are Drac events. So he is. In some ways, the Emmanuel Hill teams have hurt Dracula because the first batch, the 3 of the 4 were not all that remarkable. I mean, 3 of the 5 were not all that remarkable. And this time, the only one that was... I mean, Planned Ambush and Escape Route are good, but not, game-breaking good. So that's 4 more cards that he would be willing to discard for other things in the trash. So he's kind of helping he's, in a way, kind of helping the hunters filter the event deck so that he can find what he really wants. Now this is where things get interesting. Dracula now has no trail. So the hunters have nothing to occupy their minds except him. What does he do? Honestly, wolf forming to Sophia might actually not be the worst move. May seem ridiculous, but yeah, it may definitely seem ridiculous, but I think that the correct move is to just go 2Cs, wolf form shore, and continue this. Go 2Cs, potentially a chance the second one being the Adriatic. See how they react. Wolf form into Rome maybe from Adriatic. Possibly go Black Sea. Okay, going back to Sophia. So the hunters now know where that. Goldaming is confined with fog, so he won't be taking part. So this will be at worst a 2v1, and he will have time to have a chance to get points. Okay, and of course there's a dawn fight with Mina. Yes. The scary thing about this move is that if this does not pay off, Seward will simply cut off. Seward will likely just cut off his route to Sarajevo. Okay, yeah, okay, but the good news for Drac is that means he has 2 more HP. He heals. So now it is a matter of. They can. Dracula is now without wolf form. Seward can now go to Sarajevo. Cut him off there. Goldaming will almost certainly just supply, draw an event card, see if he can get something better than what he already has. Van Helsing, probably the same thing, unless that one thing is something he could trade to Mina, like something such as, say, Heroic Leap. Long night, lol. Yeah, so this is definitely really interesting. This Emmanuel Hills team has been cutting both ways, in my opinion. As I already mentioned, he's destroyed some very good events through renewed vigor, money trail, and excellent weather. But on the other hand, he's also filtered away a lot of the bad, a lot of the worst events. So yeah, so since Dracula can only move 1 space from Sophia, or either that or just play down the hide card and stay on the spot that has 2, I think that basically Strider is trying to go for the kill here, I think. So what would I do? I would likely go with move Seward to Sarajevo by horse. Have Mina step on Valona. That way Dracula has very minimal options. Or it's possible that moving Mia to Varna would be slightly better. Don't know. Hard to say for sure. But I think Valona is slightly better, as that's the quickest route out of the east. Whereas this way he'd have to do more sea travel. And keep in mind that Rufus Smith is vigilantly waiting for a chance to do his work. Just I think it would have been ideal. I think that if Seward had had a sense of emergency, and then sense of emergency to Valona, and then move Mia to Varna, meaning that if Dracula wants to step on a port at all, he has to do so. He has to do so by stepping on a hunter. Therefore making it that he doesn't have any way of laying down a fog or something. But the question is, what is this card? I'm guessing that Mina has a stake, but Scotsword is debating whether to play it because what is this other Dracula card? 2, what if it is seduction? That would mean Mia dies and he goes up to 12 IDS. Influence points. So yeah, Mina's doing more or less what I thought she would. I might have covered Valona instead, but you do you. It's the same thing in effect, because since all 3 of them have horses, no matter where he moves, assuming that he does move, he will be able to do stuff. So CG, oh boy. Now then, is this a devilish power? Okay, so what is that other encounter? It was a rats, okay. Yeah, the biggest hazard SEO saying that's his cue to up and leave. Oh, he actually didn't show the last. So that leaves him with 1 move with which he can put an encounter down. Unless this is devilish power. We have only seen 1 fog. So it's entirely plausible that he just laid down the second one. But the worst thing about this for Dracula is that has forced him even further inland. So now he's 2 away from the nearest port. So and the hunters are like always going to be try to keep pushing him further and further inland. Drac may have a good amount of health, but that will dwindle quickly with Wolfhorn being already on the trail. I think Wolfhorn to Sophia was a deadly mistake. Glowing, yep, Glowing's going in. Yeah, so now the hunters are... Oh, that's an intriguing move. Does Seward just supply then? Scouts, okay, now that means he gets to flip that up, make sure that he can't hide without them knowing. Aggie. Oh ho ho. Well. Look who's here. he's. I suppose Scotsword is going to Bucharest as a just in case that's a devilish power card, because there are 3 copies of that. And they don't want to go too far ahead of him without. They want him to be at least unable to move to Bucharest before they. Okay, yeah, Mia Mia did have a stake, but was afraid of seduction, which is why she didn't just stake the Reckless to begin with. Yeah, the thing is, the hunters have time. It's not even week 3 yet, so I think that I think we can comfortably say that the hunters have a very strong advantage. It's never over, 100%. Things can go extremely wonky in combat, but the question, but like, how does Jack recover from this? If he can last long enough, good on you. This time the hunters have left Dracula with 2 options: Klausenberg or Sajed. Mind you, devilish power, you don't. If that is devilish power, Dracula can choose to discard Aggie. Mind you, we haven't seen any surprising returns get discarded yet, unless I missed it. Yeah, so the hunters could easily have a surprising return to just fetch her back right away. Alright, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, Van Helsing can now join in the fun especially if Van Helsing has a charred carriage, he can just start moving my train to get closer and help cut him off so that they can converge on him somewhere in this area. So now Godalming goes to Budapest, I'm guessing. Oh. No. Looks as if the time for the battle has come. Either that or perhaps this is a heroic leap to weaken him up, to soften him up a bit first. Yeah, this is probably the right time to do that if you are going to. Okay. Golong takes 2 damage, but he'll be just fine to do a heroic leap. So, Aimia could have a charred carriage. We haven't seen any of those get discarded. There's 3 copies of that. Or she could also have a sense of emergency to get it there. Seward. So Seward will either. If he does not go to Sajed, it'll be either that or it'll be Sajed. Okay. Yep. Looks like we're converging now. Yep. Mind you, the fact that it is still only week 2 means that they will only get 2 turns where Dracula cannot attempt to escape. So therefore, that I think is Dracula's saving grace here. Mind you, if Scotsword has Lucy's Revenge, which I'm sure he'll be very happy if he does. Peace Wizard, should you be watching, watch closely how this works. If he does. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, when they did the event tier list, Lucy's Revenge got to Scotsword's Rage got put in in B tier, I think. or possibly even C tier. Don't remember. Lucy's Revenge is one of Scotsword's favorite events. Okay, that plotting is unfortunate for Seward. Means that he will likely take 4 damage in this combat. Okay, yep. But the thing is, the worst thing about this for Dracula is he doesn't know a single thing about the Hunter's Hands, apart from their horses. I mean, he can deduce that they will have heavenly hosts. I mean, they did go all the way through the item pile, I think. Oh, there's actually a heavenly host in the discard. I never noticed that. But, or it looks as if they did not quite go all the way through the item pile. Or if they did, they've almost gone through it twice now. Let's see. Fangs again. Alright, yep. There's the next bit of 2 damage. So, now, Van Helsing could do, as previously stated, could do a char carriage 1, 2, 3, 4, or alternatively 1, 2, 3, 4, which gets him closer. Yeah, that's definitely the way to do it. If you can get to Prague, cut off his route, help them cut off his route by land in the event he escapes this. So Van Helsing is thinking carefully what to do here. It's possible he has a sense of emergency, which would get him to Munich, charter carriage, which could get him to Prague or Venice, depending on which he prefers. Okay, giving Gul'daming something. I'm going to get... We've seen both escape routes got discarded, yes? Yep, so there's no escape route. Manuel Hildesheim saw to that. So, Mina, in order for her to get in, she needs either sense of emergency or charter carriage. Horse? Okay. Go to Sarajevo, perhaps? Yep. Yeah, so Scotsword is really committing to this being the end. Heroic Leap? Yep. The fact that Seward is there to make sure that Gul'daming can heal a bit more before the real fight. Yeah, so Dracula now has 3 options. Klausenberg, Budapest, or Zagreb. So therefore, if there are surprising returns, I think that we will likely see them played next turn. Because that way you can at least eliminate some of the options. Oh, Drac. Strider. You could have misdirected Belgrade. Give them Give them yet another option as to where you are. I honestly probably should have. But misdirect is next after Dark Call. Which this format obviously changes things. Oh, resting, huh? That's interesting. Sense of emergency. Okay. So he'll be going to Munich, cutting off his route. Interesting. Bum. Yeah. So that was interesting. So if he went to Klausenberg, he can go to Galatz, but the thing is he'll just be trapped behind the CG token then. I think Dracula's best bet is to just feed. Stay where he is and feed. Either that or place down the hide card, depending on what sort of encounters he's got. Make them a little bit more wary about moving in too many hunters. I mean, the hunters will soon be forced to engage. Either that or backtrack and get the reckless vampire. That's sitting here. Not Klausenberg. All right. Makes sense to check that first. That's the one that's first away from the reinforcements. Seward. So I suppose Seward will check Vienna. Not there either. So this is looking like a hide card. So in this case, I would just have Van Helsing supply. Keep up your barricade. Keep him stuck in between you. What's the stake discard count? 1, 2, 3. There's still one stake. There's still one stake either right here, either in here or in their hands. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So despite everything okay. What was that? So depending on where you are, so what I would do would depend on where he is. Like if he's in Zagreb, yeah, feed makes the most sense because he's most likely sitting on a hide card, and then next turn this matures, so they either have to kill you now, or okay, yeah, Scotsword's taking no chances with that. He's gonna have these three, hopefully 3-on-1 you. Yeah, once he stakes, this thing will be rather irrelevant. So this vampire may get one more point for him, and that 1 point will actually mean something because we're yet to see Vampire Lair, but okay, yep, Fangs and Escape. Vampire gets 1 more point, but I'm assuming since he's escaping that that Skuldaming is holding that last stake. Yeah, hit at Zagreb. So then, the thing is that if he doesn't kill him now, Wolfhorn comes off the trail. So I think you kind of have to go for it now. Okay. So in that case, do you pass with Mina? Or rather, not pass, but like, not go in? But, okay, she does have 2 unknown events. Okay, bats. Okay, she'll let that happen. More likely than not. Because, I mean, if you played bats originally, where's the fog? And let me see, was there a Forewarned Destroy? No, that was a different game I'm thinking about. Alright, so now we have a 3-on-1 with Aggie in play. This, I think, is going to be GG, most likely. I mean, if we're being honest with ourselves, the only way Drac survives this, with 12 HP, I suppose it's possible, slim but possible that okay, so Mia has nothing but a knife. That if, like, these two play Heavenly Host staggered, and he fangs them both, he won't get influence for them, but it'll get them out of the combat, and then if Mia does safely escape, he could still live, potentially. Claws. Punch. I don't know whether he's holding one of the Heavenly Hosts, but I can't say I like that. Okay, now he can hit Mina with claws to take out the Garlic Wraith. Okay, or just, yeah, go for Van Helsing overall. Punch, punch. Punch. Okay. So I would do a knife with Mina, since she doesn't have a Heavenly Host. I would, if you have a firearm on Van Helsing, play it. Or possibly just have him dodge. Don't know. It also depends on whether you have great strength, because that's also something we haven't seen yet. Strength into Heavenly Host, GG, and oh, that is victory for victory for Strider. GG, well played. GG, well played both. Yes, double Emmanuel Hildesheim got Strider with a win. So that's a 9 IDS win for Dracula. Alright, so therefore... I was enraged. I see, that's what it was. Let's see if Strider wants to chat at. Posting chat. Let's obviously okay. So none of them can join us today, but that was a crazy game. Congratulations to Strider for defeating Scotsword. He said at the very beginning that he was not expecting to win this. So he is definitely going to be thrilled with that victory. So 9 IDS victory. For Helm's Deep Dish. And well, the Garlic Farmers are are nowhere near out of this. So far, they may have taken 2 losses this week, but the previous week they won both their games. So now it's balanced out to 2-2. And Helm's Deep Dish comes up to join several other teams with a score of 3-1. So congratulations to Scotsword. My condolences to. Did I say congratulations to Scotsword? Congratulations to Strider for getting that win, and congratulations for that massive luck for Hoax into Emmanuel Hildesheim into a Dark Hall into Emmanuel Hildesheim. That was that was crazy, to be sure, and my condolences to Scotsword having to face off against that. Because, yeah, there's not much you can do against that. Yeah. Yeah, goodness gracious, this is definitely insane. So, I hope you all enjoyed this. I'm pretty sure that anyone who likes Fear of Dracula will have enjoyed this video, considering how crazy this was. But thank you all for watching, and see